A native of Manassas, Mayor Michelle Davis Younger is the first black female to hold the highest office in this city. Since 2018, she has served on Manassas City Council and championed the causes of Manassas residents. She also was the first black female to become a member of the town council. Her two children have been educated in Manassas City Public Schools, and as a small business owner, she helps Manassas residents develop their careers, market their accomplishments, and broaden their skill sets. Her family has its roots in Manassas and has witnessed the city's progress from a town under segregation to her becoming its mayor. Michelle is also, Mayor Davis Younger, is also a PK, preacher's kid, the daughter of Reverend and Mrs. Ernest Davis. I say that because that formed the basis and gives some idea as to how Michelle Mayor Davis became the person she has become in helping others. She speaks at local schools, conferences, community events to encourage civic participation by residents. She uses her position and her opportunity to inspire young Black, Indigenous, and people of color, particularly girls, to dream big dreams and work hard to achieve them. She has initiated My Mayor Looks Like Me, that program through which young ladies can visit City Hall, meet with her, and learn from her life story. She implemented Direct Success, an employment pipeline for high school graduates unable to immediately go to college to obtain full-time employment with major large employers in Manassas. She promotes health and fitness by conducting the Mayor on the Move. Has a weekly walking program highlighting a historic downtown and ending at the award-winning Manassas City Farmers Market. And she sponsors a midday with the mayor. That's a weekly lunch session where she goes to the park and anyone who chooses to can bring their lunch and sit down and have a conversation with her. She's a proud member of numerous boards and associations. Just to name a few, the Society of Human Resource Management, Northern Virginia Transportation Authority, Virginia Municipal League, where she also serves as vice chair of the urban section. She has been highlighted on the cover of several magazines and publications. She was the cover girl, on the magazine, a digital magazine, What She Said. She's also been elected to the Board of Regents of Leadership in Prince William and was selected as the Outstanding Alumni of Strayer University in 2021. She holds her master's degree and bachelor's degree from Strayer, a professional human resources certification for SHRM, and owns and operates a human resources consulting firm that's known as the One for HR Limited Corporation. She's a member of First Baptist Church of Manassas, which is the oldest African-American church in this city. After the singing of the sermonic selection, you will hear from Mayor E. Michelle Davis Younger. Thank you.
I know the Lord will make a way. Whoa, yes, He will. That's all right. Let me say that one more time. I don't think y'all heard me out there. I know the Lord will make a way. Yes, He will. Now He'll make a way for me and for you. The Lord will see you safely through, 'cause I know the Lord will make a way. Oh, yes, He will. Can I say that one more time? Is that all right? Okay, all right. I know the Lord will make a way. Oh, yes, He will. Now I know the Lord will make a way. Yes, He will. Yeah. Now He'll make a way for you. The Lord will see you safely through. 'Cause I know the Lord will make a way. Oh, yes, He will. Come on, help me out now, choir. Come on. Yes, He will.
Yes, He will. Yes, He will.
Oh, yes, He will.
Yes, He will. Yes, He will. Yes, He will.
Oh, yes, He will.
Yes, He will. Yes, He will.
Oh, yes, He will.
Yes, He will. Yes, He will. Yes, He will.
I know the Lord
I know the Lord
will make a way.
will make a way.
Yes, He will. Yeah.
How I'm going to follow that? What in the world? Good morning, Fame. How are y'all doing this morning? It is such a blessing to be here. I am not a stranger. I see many faces in the audience. I've been around Manassas my whole life. Many faces that I know, some new, but I've been around, and most people know me in this area, so I don't consider myself a stranger at all. I have special friends in the audience. I just want to take a moment to thank them for coming out, choosing me, and supporting me, and always consistently having my back. And you know, when you have those friends and those people that will hold you down no matter what, that's irreplaceable. And you need that in your life, especially when you get to this level. So thank you for clapping for that. It is important to have that. So to Pastor Goggins, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the invitation, and the missionaries for allowing me the opportunity to come and share with you today. I will not preach a sermon. I won't be before you long. And Dr. Goggins, it's Doctor, right? You doctor? Yes, Dr. Goggins. I know that invitations I don't take lightly to come, especially when you're coming before a congregation, because you have to be careful about who you allow in your pulpit. And I know it takes prayer. And so that to me says a lot, that you thought about it to allow this moment. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that, because you can't just have everybody talking over your flock. And I know that from being a PK. Thank you, Councilman Smith. It's dangerous when you give a PK and a politician a microphone. Y'all asked for it, right? Y'all invited me here, right? So Miss Loretta and Councilman Smith, thank you so much for the lovely introduction. Ralph always has my back. He's been there from day one, before day one, actually. He is a large part of how I arrived at council, and it's a wonderful story to tell. So when y'all have an hour or two and can share, we'd love to share that story with you. I have to also acknowledge Colonel White in the audience. I saw him come in a little while ago. He started this whole thing, actually. He was the first African American to ever serve on council in the city of Manassas. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service and for being who you are, because I stand on your shoulders and the shoulders of many others that have come before me in the city. I don't take it lightly being mayor. It was historical. I wanted to keep working past that moment, and people wanted to keep sitting in that, because it's a big moment for me to be mayor. The first woman, that alone was great. First person of color, that alone is great. And first Democrat, I proudly say, to own that as well. So that's 3 ceilings in one, but what an encouragement for our young ladies. And you already heard about the program that I started, My Mayor Looks Like Me, which I'm so proud of. I'm able to bring, I am 53 years old, and I have never, thank you, I have never been to the White House until this past July, 53. I was able to take a group of ladies, young ladies there. They're 9 and 10 years old, an experience they will absolutely never forget at 9 and 10. But when you know better, you do better, right? You are charged, when you get in position, you are charged with lifting as you climb. And that's one of the things that I always say to people. You don't get there and forget about how you got there or the people who got you there. You are responsible for bringing others with you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, look, Ralph already said everything in the first quarter of my speech that I have here, so I can just sit down. Thank you for that, again, for that wonderful introduction, Ralph. But Missions on the Move, a prayer and purposeful journey. I just have a little bit to share with you. When I think about the missionaries, when I was in church growing up, it was the ladies that wore the white, and that's what I wanted to be. They walked around and they looked so serious. I thought, I want to be that. They just look like they don't play. And I wanted to be a missionary. You know, they were just serious about that work. But it was true, because that's what you are. You're serious about your work because what you're doing, you're representing Christ. And you have to do that no matter what. Even though the conditions are not always favorable, you all are the first ones to go in a lot of times. And you don't even know how it's going to turn out. You just trust and you go. And you are that example that many need to see, especially in this day and age. So it's a great theme. It's almost like you were watching me. And Ralph talked about the Mayor on the Move. That's a walk that I started. For those of you who are interested, I'll be starting it back up in May. I start at the high school, at Osborne High School. We only have the one high school, as you know, in Manassas. I start there at 8:30 on Saturday mornings, and I walk around historic downtown, because a lot of folks don't spend a lot of time in historic downtown, and I wanted to increase the traffic to the farmers market. A lot of people didn't realize that our farmers market is SNAP and WIC and all of that. So please spread the word so people can get what they need. We have wonderful sponsorships. Our large companies in the city of Manassas sponsor, but we have Micron who sponsors us, big, huge donation that they make to match that. But that is supporting our women, infants, and children and people who are underserved to get the fresh fruits and vegetables that they need. So we do the walk and we end at the farmer's market. And it's so funny because I just encourage people to meet me and walk with me around historic downtown. And then when we get to the market, the idea is like, okay, y'all go shop, but I turn around and they all still following me. So I have this entourage. I'm like, okay, y'all can go now. You ain't got it. I need you to go. But you're just so cool. We want to hang out with you. Okay, that's good too. But as long as you spend some money here and help the folks out that's here today, but love it. So I'll be starting that back up. Would love to see you all out there with me in May. And it's always good. And Councilman Smith also talked about the midday with the mayor, and that's just the time. At no time ever in the history of the city of Manassas did a mayor ever plunk themselves right down in the middle of the city and ask people to come and talk to them. And it wasn't always a big crowd. I would have a featured speaker for the week. I had the chief of police. I had the fire chief came, the sheriff's department. I always try to do representation. And I'm telling you all, the networking that went on there was wonderful. People didn't know each other. You're around folk every day, and you still don't know each other. As big as we are small, and we are a family, and we have to take care of each other. So that's a purpose of that. So you can't say I wasn't out there and I wasn't approachable, because anybody that would put themselves in that situation to sit there for 1 hour to take whatever you have to bring me, that's pretty bold. And that's what you missionaries are too. And like how I'm tying that all together. Be bold, because that's what you have to be as missionaries. So when I think about the missionaries again, and keep in line with your theme, you have to be praying people. You always, as missionaries, Put yourself above, put others above yourselves. You're often the rescue people. You're the first ones that people call. Even when you don't even know the need or how bad the situation is, call the missionaries. They're gonna get you what you need. You're the first that often get the calls for the help, sometimes before the pastor. The pastor might not even know what's going on, but a missionary will a lot of times, because you have put yourselves in the community. People know who you are when you're out there. I saw the video of the work that you're doing and how you've been a blessing, and I saw city businesses in there. Tummy Yum Yum, I love Sharita, she's amazing. The stuff that she's doing in the city and helping our residents. Your video showed a picture of her, so right there in the city of Manassas, and I thank you for taking care of my residents. I call them my residents because they are. I have to look out for each and every one of them, and I've done I've put such an effort forward to make sure that everyone felt and feels included in this city, and that you feel like you are part of a family. But isn't that what a missionary does? That's exactly what you do. And it's not just wearing the white. You are doing that. You are in your communities, and I thank you for that. You also have missionaries who have that uncanny ability to understand a need even when it's not spoken, and I've kind of developed that even more as mayor. Sometimes you don't even have to say. People shouldn't have to always say what they need. You should have that ear and that eye to know there's a need there. But that's what you do. And when you have the heart of Christ, that's what you do. You're always looking for those opportunities. Where can I serve? And that's how I went in as mayor. I need to be of service to the people in my city. They need me. There again, you missionaries do that. You're always, I thought it was kind of neat to tie together, since I was the first, how missionaries are often the first, and to tie it together. Being the first to volunteer, you will go when a lot of people won't go, and you'll be the first ones to go, and people don't want to go, but you'll go, and that's wonderful for missionaries. You're first to know of the needs to be met in the community, always aware of what's happening in your community, staying involved, staying engaged. You're the first to fulfill a need, resourceful, you're networked to ensure people have what they need when they need it. You're the first to share what you have. If you got something that somebody else doesn't have, you will give half of it or more. You'll go without sometimes to make sure that others have what they need. And it's not just tangible. You're teaching people giving. When you give, you're teaching them how to give. They may not have a cent, but what they do have, it's not always about money. It is about resources. You can give your time, you can give your talent. And that's where your treasure is, when you can see the blessing you get from when you give away. It comes back to you. And that's a lot of times what missionaries do. They'll just give. If they can't give the money, they'll give the time, they'll give their talent, because it is service to God, and it is a representation of what He wants from us. Last and certainly not least, you're always the first to offer prayer. And that is the most important thing, because as we know, no thing happens without prayer. Everything starts with prayer, and nothing happens without prayer. So even though I'm mayor, I consider myself a missionary on some level, because I help my community and I help fulfill needs of those less fortunate. As a mayor, I am pulled in many different directions, and I'm asked to do many things, but one thing that consistently gives me joy, and I hope is my legacy as mayor, is that I served others. That's what I want people to remember about me, is what have you done for others? And y'all know that's what we're called to do, to take care of one another, regardless of how people treat you, what they say about you. And y'all know I hear a whole lot. What she thinks she doing. So I turned that into a hashtag, what's she doing now? They meant it negatively, right? What's she doing now? Y'all can hear it. You know how we do. What's she doing now? So I said, oh, that's a good hashtag. I'm going to use that. Always doing something. Oh, that's a good hashtag. Always doing something. So every time something happens, it's not just happening to me. It's happening to that little girl who's watching me, who's looking up to me. What is she doing now? I'm going to show you, because guess what? You're going to be a part of this. When you come and sit down in my office, and I cannot tell you, when I do the My Mayor Looks Like Me program, and those girls come in, they're not always, they're excited, but then you see the real excitement happen when they sit in that seat and they actually hold and bang my gavel and they own the room for a few minutes. It is amazing. It is amazing to see it. Their eyes light up and it's like, oh yeah, we're here. My mom brought me, I don't know what this is all about. And then when they get in there and they see how alive, that opportunity makes them come alive. That's what missionaries have the ability to do as well. Make it come alive. Make them see your service will pay off. People need to see you working. They need to see you blessing other people. That's what we're put here to do. So that is how missionaries, I believe, feel and how you keep doing what you do. So if I can share any encouragement for you in these very, very strange times that we are living in, and goodness knows they are so strange. Every day, stories on TV and news, it gets worse and worse as we go along, but we are praying people, right? And we just have faith that God is going to see us through all of it. Don't stop doing what you're doing because you are needed and you are loved and you are blessing people. I love the Bethany house. I did not know about that, and I was so pleased to see that. I asked Mr. Rep, I said, where they at? And she said, you're in Fairfax. And so I want to make a connection with you because I know it's something I can do to help out that facility there, an amazing opportunity. Everyone can't do what the missionaries do, and most people don't want to. But God put this in your spirit. He put that on you to do this extra for a reason. And sometimes it's going to feel like nobody is getting it. And why are things so bad and it's so awful? Just remember, God put that gift and that in your spirit. And you stepped up. You were obedient and stepped up to do that work for a reason. And just like me, sometimes it feels like, what did I do? Why did I sign up for this? I remember, again, the little people, the little girls, the little folks that are looking, and I have to be the example of what God looks like for a lot of people. They don't go to church, and even less now that we're virtual, we're not together. You have to be that example, and that's what you are. Don't give up. Keep being that blessing that others need, and you will be rewarded. It's a conversation that I have to continually have with myself. Some days I get up and it's like, why did I do this again? Oh yeah, it was voluntary. They didn't make me run. I signed up for this, right? And I'm always poking with Ralph like, yeah, this is your fault. This is your fault. But you have to see the bigger picture and the effect that you are having on others, because that's what you're called to do. I am so thankful. I cannot tell you how thankful I am to share this time with you, to encourage you on your way, especially during Women's History Month. It's so special, and we just celebrated National Women's Day as well, and on the heels of Black History Month. So people pull me on both months because I'm all of it, right? I'm Black History. I have my little face mask. I am Black History, and they're like, "Oh, really? Yes, I am. Ask me why." And then in Women's History Month, I got that too, So February, March, I'm all over the place. But you are amazing. Don't stop what you're doing. You are my extended family now. I am right in City Hall. Well, I call it fake City Hall because City Hall is being renovated, and I'm in a location now that's temporary. But stop by, see me. You're just outside my city limits, but I can still love on you and hug on you and share with you being the mayor. People claim me all over. You my mayor. I don't care what nobody say. I live in Tennessee. You my mayor. So, but it's that heart. They have to feel your heart and they know you care. And that's my responsibility to make sure that everyone who chooses to live here has a good experience, because you can go anywhere. You can go anywhere and you choose Manassas. So I thank you for all of your efforts and how you are blessing the residents in my city and beyond, but especially here. We're only 10 miles wide. People don't believe that. We're 10 miles wide, 45,000 people, and there's a lot of people packed in those 10 miles, but we try to love on each and every one. That's what I want people to feel. When you think of Manassas, I want you, I like that place. That's a warm place. That's a loving place. But again, it's about what missionaries do, right? I consider myself a missionary, and I'm so thankful that you gave me the invitation to share with you today. I have enjoyed it so far. You made it big when you pull up and you got a parking space with your name on it. I rolled up, I said, okay, who the president? Let me find out. She got it straight. I was like, oh, I done made it, y'all. I was married now. So I pulled up and I was all happy. I said, I done made it now. So I really just sincerely appreciate the invitation. I hope that you've enjoyed this encouragement. I hope I have encouraged you to just continue doing what you're doing. You are a blessing, and don't forget it. Don't let anybody deter you from your path and what you have to share with so many people and beyond. Don't let it stop. Just keep going. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Amen. We just thank you, Mayor Davis Younger, for those wonderful words of encouragement, which we all needed. And I gleaned a whole lot from that. So thank you in terms of my leadership here. And so this morning, we do extend an invitation. The mayor shared so much in terms of how God has blessed her to serve others in the community. And that is what God calls each and every one of us to do. God has given each one of us a gift. All of us have at least one gift. Most of us have more than one gift. And so we use the gifts that God gives us to serve others so that we can bear even more fruit. And so if you're in this place this morning, or if you're online, for those who are in person, we invite you to come and give us your hand and give God your heart and offer yourself to Him so that you might serve Him and watch how He will use you. Even in the midst of the challenges, even in the midst of the struggles, God will use you to build His kingdom here on earth. As we stand all over the church, if there is one who desires to receive Jesus Christ in your life, we invite you to come. If there's one who wants to join First A.M.E. Church, we invite you to become a part of a place where God is moving in the hearts of men and women. If that's you, would you come this morning? And then we have a third call. If you would like to be a part of this Missions on the Move, a prayerful and purposeful journey, we invite you to come and be a part of the Women's Missionary Society. Now let me share, it's just not, although it's the Women's Missionary Society, men can also be a part of the society. Okay, y'all keep looking straight ahead. Men can be a part, and we welcome the men who desire to. And really, the sons of Allen are part of the missions. They are missionaries. The sons of Allen
Amen.
are missionaries. Why? Because they use their gift and provide a service. They go get these 100 boxes and bring them here. So that's a work of missions, to prepare to go and serve the community. And so if you're here this morning and you desire to first give your life to Christ, if you desire to be a part of First A.M.E. Church of Manassas, or if you desire to join the Missionary Society, we welcome you as the men's choir will give us a song of invitation. If that's you, we ask you to come now at this time. Is there one?
This has been the First A.M.E. Church Manassas broadcast of our Sunday morning worship service. We are so excited and honored that you chose to be a part of our extended E family, and pray that you have been truly blessed by today's powerful message. However, please know that you are always welcome and encouraged to join us in person every Sunday at 10 o'clock a.m. right here at 10313 South Grant Avenue in Manassas, Virginia. Otherwise, join us again virtually next Sunday at 10 a.m. on our live stream broadcast, or anytime after that at www.famechurch.com. Or you can find us on Facebook and YouTube just by searching at First A.M.E. Church Manassas. We also ask that you continue to support this ministry with your generous tithes and offerings through PushPay by texting Fame Church to 77977. You can give online at famechurch.com/giving, or just mail your contribution to First A.M.E. Church Manassas, 10313 South Grant Avenue, Manassas, Virginia, 20110. Once again, thank you for joining us today for the First A.M.E. Church Manassas Sunday morning worship service. Reverend Dr. Etoria V. Goggins, pastor. Loving like Christ, living like Christ, leading like Christ. Be blessed.